Calculate the centroid and the area of a figure whose four vertices are at -7, -1, -7, 4, 0, 4, and 0, -1. The first thing I would do with this problem is plot those 4 points on a rectangular coordinate system. -7, -1, -7, -1 is right here. -7, +4 means I'm going to go -7 in the x direction, up +4 in the y direction. 0, 4 means I'm going to go 0 in the x direction and +4 in the y direction. There's the point 0, 4. And 0, -1 means I go 0 in the x direction, -1 in the y direction. And there's our last point. As you can see, these 4 points form a rectangle. And now I'm ready to do the first part, which is calculate the centroid. The centroid is an xy point in the center of a figure. In order to calculate the x value of this xy point, you're going to essentially find the average of all of the x values given. So we're going to take these 4 x values and add them up and divide by 4. -7 plus a -7 plus 0 plus 0 is a -14. And we're going to divide that by 4 to get a -3.5. And so that's the x value of our centroid. To find the y value of our centroid, we're going to find the average of all the y values in the 4 points. So we'll take each one of these y values and add them up. And because there are 4 values, we'll divide by 4 again. So we have a -1 plus 4 plus 4 plus a -1. We're going to divide that all by 4. A -1 plus 4 is 3, plus 4 is 7, minus 1, or plus a -1, is 6. So we'll take a +6 divided by 4, and that gives you a +1.5. And so that's the y value of our centroid. So our centroid is -3.5, comma, 1.5. If you want to graph that, you can go in the x direction -3.5, so 1, 2, 3.5, and then go up 1.5, and there's your centroid. Now it's time to calculate the area of the figure. The area of a rectangle is all of the space inside of the rectangle. So we're going to have to figure out how many square units this green section is. The formula for the area of a rectangle is length times width. To calculate the distance of one of these sides, you can use the 2 x values here and find the distance between them. Mathematically, you would take the absolute value of a -7 minus 0, because those are the 2 x values, and you're trying to find the distance between them. Because you plotted this on your graph, you could also just count how many units to get from one side to the other. Either way, we'll get an answer of 7. To find the distance from this point to this point here, you would be using the y values and find the difference between those. Mathematically, that's the absolute value of 4 minus a -1. Or, because you have the grid, you can just count. Either way, you'll get 5. So the area is 7 times 5, or 35 square units. And we're done.